Thank you. Okay, so the reason that I'm here today is because for the past few months we are talking with several people in the gaming and online industry, and we hear what we think kind of like the same business issues or the same challenges. Challenges such as distributed data. And I'm taking this data and use it in order to engage with my customer. Or great, we have a great development team, but is mainly concerned on our product. So I'm kind of missing out again when I'm trying to engage with my customer. And the last thing is that everyone told us it's a very competitive industry. I need to be the first one who engaging with my customer. So how I'm becoming to be the first one, and sometimes it's not enough. I need also to be more relevant. So what we are offering is a way to use your cards, which are the digital assets that you have, and use them in a different way to connect with your customers in a different way, in a whole new way. So just as a concept, 2 slides, because I think that it's pretty common terms. About the customer journey, what it means for us, it means that the customers are touching us in a lot of different places, a lot of different channels, and we want to be able to connect with our customers in every one of those channels and still be able to be personalized, to talk with him in a one-to-one basis. And the way that we do it is what ServiceWise is specialized with, using tools that I think that many of you know, is Salesforce. So just one slide about for the ones that are not familiar with Salesforce. Salesforce is the leading CRM platform in the world. I'm sure that a lot of other solutions will say the same, but what we are actually really proud of is that Forbes announced Salesforce as the most innovative company for 4 years in a row. And the reason it announced Salesforce, it's not because Salesforce possesses the most advanced technology, because it's being able to push its customers to be more innovative. And the way it does it, it's because it have 6 clouds that's supposed to help you to engage with the customers. I'm not going to speak about every one of them, but just what we're going to actually talk about it today, it's the marketing cloud. Because I think that there is a really high correlation between the game industry and the marketing, and we have the tools which help you to create your customer profile, to be able to deliver the right content to this person, and to be able to do it in the right channel and hold to a whole customer journey, a big customer journey. So I think that the best way to show you how to do that is by share with you some of our customer stories. So before I will move on to my first customer story, I would like to ask you, how many of you been abroad, maybe in Europe and US, in a live show? Raise your hand, please. The reason that I'm asking it, thank you. The reason that I'm asking it is because it's probably being a production by Live Nation. Live Nation is the largest live show production company in the world. It has more than 25,000 live shows a year, and it's dealing with more than 4 million customers every year. So how are you doing it? How you scale to still create this engagement? So this is how they're doing it. And this is actually kind of like a glance to how they're using it. So what you see here is actually the marketing cloud, and you see on the top right corner, you see the email, mobile, social ads. All of those are the channels that Live Nation uses in order to engage with their customers. And what they're doing is they're arranging their marketing effort according to cities, because those are the venues, those are the location of the shows. But it can be any other subject. It can be games. It can be if you have several games, so what we call maps can be maps for games. It can be brands. If you have several brands, it can be for brands. So this is the idea. So Live Nation is trying to aggregate it according to location. So in my example, we will try to promote a new Rihanna show in New York. Okay, so this will be the story that will present how Live Nation is dealing with engaging their customers. So what you see here is actually the map. It's the aggregation of all of those interactions that they have with the customers. So I will try to create a new interaction which will encourage the customer to purchase Rihanna tickets. How I'm starting is by having the right data, and this is a key factor of their success. They actually collect more than 4,000 attributes about the customers, where they have 4,000 attributes from the mobile app, from the website, from the web analytics, from the venues. Everything is going and surrounding their customers. What you see here, every leaves is actually a different data source. So if I'm looking at the data source of their online ticketing system, so they're getting data from Ticketmasters, that I'm sure that all of you know, and their own site, Live Nation site. And this is actually representing everything that they need to know in order to better segment and better address their customers. So great, so I have a data, I have it in my system. What I'm doing now, I'm starting to create in the segmentation, I start to addressing them. And how they're doing that is very simple, just drag and drop, creating their own audience. By the way, it can be initiated triggers. For example, if you have a mobile application and you notice that your customers just got in a different location, so it can be location-based triggered. Okay, it can be your apps can actually trigger our system. So we're defining the audience, and the moment that I define the audience, I want to start to interact with it. So it can be different channels. So in my examples, I started with something very basic with email. So I'm sure that all of you know how to address with emails, but all of you make sure that it's look very great, but you want tiny bit more personalized. So except of the high first names that all of you know, you want to do more. So I have this data, so why not to make sure that this block will change and render according to the customers? Because if I know that he loves rock, maybe I will show him Linkin Park or Metallica. If I know that he likes pop, maybe Britney Spears, or I don't know what. This is your choice. I have this information. I want to make sure that this block will render in the time of send. And another thing, I want to keep push for the next interaction. So I will maybe promote him to download my mobile app, or to register to a webinar, or to my game, or to a trial, or whatever. But the idea is that I can really build an email that provide him a personal touch with, according to his attributes, according to the qualities that I'm keeping on him. So I would just make sure that it looks on mobile, because all of you know around 60–70% of emails are opening via mobile. Now we'll move on to the next interaction. So the next personalization will be according to behavior. So I will want to make sure, okay, did he press on the banner? Did he press on the Lady Gaga banner? So I would just make sure that if he pressed, maybe I would start to engage with him via the social web. So I have a tool that's called Active Audience that will let me to push this specific person into my audience on Facebook, and to make sure that now I'm creating a correlation between email and social, and I know that it's leading to much more conversion rate and increasing purchases. So in the moment that I did that, I have already 2 steps. I have the email, I have the social. What happens if he didn't press? Maybe I will try my mobile app. It's not a problem. I can create using something that we called a cloud page, a really web page for your mobile. And here you can see that I can actually create what are the next shows available for my customers. I can also define what is the previews that you will see during my push notification. And that's it. And I have a push notification that will be sent to my customers at the right time with the right message, and we show him the right content to the customer. So okay, so I have a simple story. I think that a simple customer journey. I think that you kind of understand that. But what's happened now, I want to measure it. So what I'm measuring opens, I'm measuring clicks. It's not really what I measures. So the idea is to measure what you want to define. So in Live Nation, they want to define how many people purchase a ticket. So it's very easy to do because I have this information in my system. So I can define that I want to make sure that for this campaign, 25% of the population will purchase a ticket. Great, so I have the data, I have the audience, I have the interaction, I have the goal. What now? Let's wait. We wait to letting the time pass, and Live Nation can actually, in every point of time, see how their journey is performing. They see for every stage what percent of the population are, and they can actually compare it to their final goal, which is buying tickets. Okay, so they can actually see how this journey is performing. So this is the first kind of like customer story that you see how Live Nation took this tool and took their marketing or their digital assets and tried to create a better engagement with the customers according to the data that they have. Okay, so this is the first customer story. The second customer story, something that I think is more familiar for you, it's Sony. Okay, so Sony actually also using Marketing Cloud, and they're doing that. At the beginning, they did it very simple just to interact with the emails, with the transaction emails, commercial emails, the things that you know. But now they took it really to the next steps. And I think that to show you, it's better to show you than to talk about it, so now I need a movie if it's possible. 2 minutes movie.
Our principal strategy for PlayStation is making sure that everything is about entertainment and is about the enjoyment that gamers can derive from our products.
PlayStation 4 for me is very, very exciting. I've got a lot of mates that play on PlayStation, and I'm looking forward to this whole idea of bringing together communities and enabling, sharing, broadcasting, engaging over social networks with my mates on PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4 will be an Internet of Things in the sense that you play on the PlayStation 4, it's a network device, you then can transfer that gaming experience to your PlayStation Vita, which is PlayStation 4 companion device. All of that information we can analyze to actually make your experience better for the next time you come back to play.
Trying to connect with customers on a one-to-one level is all about data and understanding data and trying to create a personalized experience, knowing what you know about a consumer. And with the next generation of gaming, the PlayStation 4 will be trying to deliver personalized content to consumers, so understanding what they're playing, understanding what they're downloading.
We've always felt that the customer is the additional person in the boardroom when we're discussing whether this strategy will be the right one or that one will be the right one. Having seen the evolution of our CRM activity, the exact target tools now make it much, much simpler, automated, quicker and more relevant in terms of the messaging we can provide, and that's shown itself in the success of the campaigns that we now deliver.
From 2011 to 2012, improving our engagement by over 45%, and then 2012 to 2013. So far we've seen engagement rising by at least 23%. And we've managed to do that through building some customized tools with Exact Target to help manage the production process.
The digital marketing, the direct consumer marketing that we do, and we are constantly evolving and refining, is key to our success, because a personal relationship with our customers is now becoming something that is absolutely essential and required. It's not the icing on the cake, it's what's needed to succeed. And the ability through the tools we have and through the data we have to provide that targeted relevant communication is something that will provide the success into the future.
Okay, so as I said, Sony is a great example. They started for something simple and scaled up. It's important to say that you don't have to start with all of those channels. You can start with your favorite channels and scale up and build it up. And just to make, and I think that my final slide will be just to make some order and all of the things that you just saw. So what I presented is Salesforce Marketing Cloud. What Salesforce did, around 2 or 3 years ago, they purchased the best in breed in social, which was Radiant 6, Buddy Media, social.com, and the best in breed in digital marketing, which is Exact Target, and aggregate it into one cloud that's supposed to give you all of what you need in order to really engage with customers and cross-channel in personalized ways. Where I'm from a company that's called ServiceWise. We are Salesforce partners in Israel, and we are the ones that are responsible to help you to success with that. So we're doing, by the way, Salesforce since 2008. We have more than 250 customers. If you have any more questions, so we're actually here. We have a booth here. We are the one with the frisbees. So if you want free frisbee. And that's it. Thank you.